Guys, we're about to start a brand new series for DC here. And so the brand new series we have is, this is the first episode of my brand new series that we are going to call, one second guys, give me 1 second. This brand new series we're going to call Daily Planet. Where is it? What do you have me call it? We're going to call this Daily Planet. DC Daily Planet. So, like the newspaper, whenever in Superman, whenever there is, so this will be DC News Daily Planet episode 1. So, like the newspaper outlet in the DC universe, we will be updating you guys with the latest DC news, and I'll be sharing my thoughts on each of the topics. I want to get in depth with all of it, so it's gonna be great. So let's start with our first topic. So first topic today is James Gunn gives his update on the DCU Batman. And he says, Batman is currently his biggest issue right now at DC. Actually working with the writer to finish the script, which we're hearing it's a secret writer. We don't know exactly who it is, but Batman will be a funny. Batman won't be funny or campy. So don't expect Adam West Batman, and don't expect any of that campy stuff. It's going to be a serious tone for Batman, and he's going to be a great character. So they're having issues, probably because Robert Pattinson's Batman, and there's so many different iterations of Batman. It's been difficult, but I think they're going to find a great way to get that figured out eventually. So they're just taking some time. He thinks Wonder Woman has been easier to adapt because every single Batman story has been told across media. The Batman movie that he said to debut at the Bat Family is still called Brave and the Bold. So that's one of our first updates is like, yeah, okay, so he says it's easier to do Wonder Woman because there's not as many iterations of Wonder Woman, but there's a lot of different iterations of Batman in live action, so you don't know what stories are left to tell, so that's kind of difficult. But I'm sure they'll figure that out. Like I said, still via the Rolling Stones, it's still called Brave and the Bold. That's good. The Teen Titans film is still happening. The Supergirl movie Woman of Tomorrow has now changed the title, similar to Superman. It's no longer called Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. It's called Supergirl, just by itself. So that's really good news. And also, speaking of Wonder Woman, since we did mention her, a Wonder Woman movie has been greenlit. It is in development. We talked about this on the podcast earlier this week, or earlier last week. So that's pretty cool. Just throw your fan castings who you want to see as her. I know a lot of people want the Andor chick. Some people want Jason Momoa's girlfriend. There's a lot. I personally want the girl who plays Sam from the previous Scream movies. So yeah, there's lots of good choices out there. Can't wait to see who James Gunn picks. In other news, we also saw, like I said, Teen Titans is still happening. Lanterns is slated to wrap filming in July, so we are going to get Lanterns. It is going to be pretty cool. So I'm very excited about that. I think Lanterns is going to be really awesome. I can't wait for this show. Since with it wrapping filming, we might get some teases about it at Comic-Con, so that's pretty cool. Also, Comic-Con is going to be stacked with Peacemaker stuff, so stay tuned for that. And also, happy 30th anniversary for Batman Forever. I'm going to make a review today and review it for you guys. Also, James Gunn has confirmed that we're getting different suits for our DCU heroes. We also now know that the 4 pillars of the DCU, similar to the big 3 of Marvel, are going to be Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Supergirl. So those characters are the most important characters to DC. Also, new Superman footage is said to be revealed at Superman's Maynala event. So more is said to come for that. We're also getting a Mr. Miracle series that could be linked to New Gods. So I'm very curious to see where that's going to go. So we have that. Also today, I'll be hosting a watch party for Superman 1978, which is a classic of mine. So we'll be covering that. So that's going to be really cool. I'm really excited to share that with you guys. So yeah, so news about Woman of Tomorrow. Also, James Gunn wants to remind you guys that the Batman 2 is not canceled. Matt is just slow. Give him time to let his vision show. So let this man cook, let this man cook. Let him do his thing. He's going to do great. And also, a final sidebar here, okay? So I'm sure you guys saw this drama yesterday from the Snyder fans. So the Snyder fans have decided that after they've decided to they've gone against Henry Cavill ever since he was going to return as Black Adam because he wasn't going to be in Zack's shoes. And these fans have been disowned by Zack Snyder already, but this toxicity needs to stop. And one of the worst things of this, so now that we covered all the main topics, oh, and we do have a couple more main topics, but I want to get this tangent out of the way first. So this is the really sad thing, right? With this whole thing, the thing I really hate about this is the fact that now they've gone on to not only call Jason Momoa a traitor, which is disrespectful because Jason's getting the role he's dreamed of for his whole life, so we should be proud of him and praising him, but these idiots won't shut up. But then here's the sidebar. Now they want to post spoilers for Superman when the movie's released in theaters, especially at the early screenings, so people, even though they won't see the movie, they want us to boycott this movie, not see this movie, not make this movie successful and support it, because they want their version of their DC. And they call themselves the true DC fans, but these Snyder morons know nothing about DC whatsoever, and they need to shut their mouth. So that's a little tangent for you guys. I wanted to let you guys know I'm just upset about this, and we're not going to let them ruin our excitement. I'm seeing Superman July 8, early screening. I'll be one of the first people to review it for you guys. Lots of DC content coming today. I will also be covering a Superman my watch party today. I'll be also releasing a Superman trailer reaction that just came out from the new trailer. Covering a lot of good stuff. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching DC Daily Planet episode 1. And we'll catch you in the next episode. And also, before we cap off, also, sidebar, we also have, before we close out, forget the closing, we also have news, I forgot, so this is like your little end credit scene to the video. We also have news that that in the DCU, metahumans have been around for 300 years. That's freaking awesome. I love the fact that they've been around for 300 years. I love the fact that, that means we could see Black Lightning. That means Martian Manhunter could have been around for a long time. Lots of cool stuff that could be happening. Maybe JSA. Let's get Wildcat in here as soon as possible. So I can't wait to see what that's like. And then last but not least, guys, we also have news that, Clark has been Superman for 3 years. So that's pretty big. I like that. This isn't like the Batman. He's a little bit more experienced. But the new Batman in the DCU will be even more experienced. So that's going to be cool. And then the final thing on our list, guys, is apparently Michael Rosenbaum has a cameo in Superman. We don't quite know what character, but I may elaborate on it when I do my big Superman trailer breakdown. So stay tuned for that, guys. Make sure if you haven't subscribed, you hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And we'll catch you in Daily Planet episode 2. Let me know if I missed any topics in here, and I'll add them in episode 2. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Goodbye.